Hey guys, it's Ethan with Zimmer Labs. I'm here to do a video today of the new Korbanth Luke Return of the Jedi Gullwing saber. It's been long awaited, let's put it that way. This guy is really nice. I have to say Korbanth really outdid himself with these. This hilt is it's killer. The proportions are great, the finish is great, the details are great. The mechanics of it, phenomenal. Let's get into it a little bit. To begin with, mechanically, this guy opens a lot of different ways. So, twist, slide, and lock. That opens both the top and the bottom extensions here. They're on screw slides with ball bearing locks. So, twist and then they set, and you can hear the click. Nice action on both sides. Now, for our purposes, these are not terribly important, just kind of cool if you want to use this as a showpiece. But there's not a lot of access granted from these. The main thing is the recharge port, which is here. So obviously that's important to have access to, and is only accessible because of the slide here. Now obviously they both slide independently of each other. You can just open the bottom, just open the top. Don't have to do both, but it's fun to twist it and pull it open, lock it back up again, and like I said, it really works well. The next fun thing is the Gullwing doors, which are on the bottom here. And it's a simple matter of, bam, pop it open. And that's where your crystal chamber is hiding in this guy, but we'll get to that. To start with, let's run through the interesting parts of this build. This guy came with a crystal chamber insert, and then 2 momentary buttons on a PCB circuit board with LEDs, with a processor and a program pre-installed. Now, if you're not going to actually build a lightsaber, okay, cool, that's great, because if you press this button, the LEDs blinked on and off, lots of different colors, whatever. But if you're using this for a lightsaber build, that becomes an issue, because you want to use this as your controls, and you want the arrows to do what you want, depending on what the lightsaber's doing. So to have them just to be randomly flashing blue and red and purple and green and yellow and whatever, that's just annoying. So what I did, actually I'll show you guys what it comes with initially. So here's a control box from another one that I have. So for starters, you can tell here the finish looking totally different. This top piece here, this is solid metal, so some sanding, some steel wool, and a trip to the bench grinder and the polishing bonnet makes this look like that. So it's not real hard, it's not a lot of work. It took about 10 minutes maybe. So those of you guys out there who have this guy already and you're worried that this looks like crap, don't worry. It's, just go on YouTube and figure out how to polish and you'll be good. But it's nice because it's a solid metal piece, so you can turn this into something really shiny and nice without much work. The next part I wanted to tell you guys about is this is the brains of the inside of the switch box that I was just talking about. So this is what you get when you buy it directly from Korbanth. This guy slides in here, and you put some little round like watch cell batteries in here, and then once the batteries are loaded, if you push these buttons, these LEDs, they're both little tiny RGB LEDs. So that guy right there and that guy right there can both do lots of different colors, and it will, just based on whatever the program wants to do. That's a processor right there, and that's got the programming and the app, if you want, built in. So this thing is incredibly useful, just not in its current state. So what you have to do is you have to do some rewiring. Additionally, you've got to on and off switch for this, for the whole program, but again, an on and off switch is great because we need one of those, and we need 2 momentary buttons for our lightsaber. So what I did was cut off this tab right here. No need for that. Actually, I soldered it off. You can just, there's 4 pins here. You can put a soldering iron to and then just pull this piece off. Then all you have to do is take a X-Acto knife and just cut some different areas on here to kill certain connections. And then you can rewire it so that this switch right here is your kill switch, and this is an activation, and this is auxiliary. And then you also, luckily enough, have your 2 LEDs built in too, so you can run wires to positive and negative of both LEDs to the switch and to the main kill switch here, and work those into the build that you're doing. Just tie those wires that you ran from this into the sound card that's running your saber, and boom, this thing can do all the controlling it needs to do. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, but that's what we did here. So, this guy, this little white switch here is your kill switch, so like that. What I did was I attached it to the underside of this clamp card here, so now you just slide that up. Now we're on. Pop it back down, back off, totally dead. You don't have to have a kill key. You don't have to open this guy up to turn a switch on and off. It's just right here. Simple as that. Once you've got it on, this is your activation button, this is your auxiliary. And as you can see, the LEDs are totally functional. So this guy's red, this guy's green. Red, when the saber is turned on but not ignited, you've got a red arrow. When the saber is ignited, the red goes off, green comes on. And vice versa. So that's how you do this guy. If anybody out there needs specific instructions on how to do this, just message me. I'm happy to help. It's a really easy conversion. And you don't have to make this the main kill switch. I just thought it was neat, handy, convenient, and it doesn't, it's not noticeable that this guy is up, a 1/16 of an inch. I mean, if you're looking for it, maybe, but generally speaking, it's not. And when you're holding this in your hand, you're not really liable to hit that. I mean, it's possible, but generally speaking, this is going to work really well. And then to shut it off, you just do that, but you're not going to bump it by mistake. Now, let's get to the build itself. Here's the only quirky part that I don't like. This guy, the top piece here, there's a couple pieces of this build that are not soft metal. This is actually stainless steel, this piece, as well as the main frame here, this, and the